Hi, I'm Anime Mixer 1, AM1 for short, and today I'm gonna be doing something actually anime related. My name is Anime Mixer 1 after all. And voting for the anime awards are coming up really soon. Crunchyroll's anime awards was done last year, and it turned into a Yuri/Yaoi fest, because Yuri on Ice is basically guys having butt sex. Okay, I know that's unfair on it, I actually haven't even watched it, I just know the memes and the fact that it won everything because it was popular. But everything last year was based on popular vote. As you can see from my screen, there are judges this year, and hopefully that means that they have learned a lesson. But in this video, what I'll be doing is, based on my own thoughts, experience, and tastes, I will be trying to both predict what I predict will be a winner, and what I hope will be a winner. Because I'm very aware that my taste can vary from what a popular opinion is or what a critical opinion is. So I'm gonna try to tell you what my personal taste is and what I think should win, and what I think will genuinely win. So here we go. I'll be starting from the bottom of the list, and we'll start with Best Villain. Okay, so it's starting off strong with Stain on top, and then you have Tanya Degudeshev, because she's both the hero and the villain of her own series. It's kind of fun. Definitely a must-watch if you haven't. From this year, Bondrude. We don't have much information on him really. So it's kind of he was there in Made in Abyss as a sort of background or like a flashback character. We don't know much about him. I think he's the kind of guy that sees himself as a hero, and he tries to do things to better humanity, even though he does it in despicable ways. But in a way, I don't think he was like the proper villain of Made in Abyss. The villain of Made in Abyss was the Abyss, basically. So I don't think he deserves it. Below that, Cartaphilus, or whatever he wants to call himself, from the Ancient Magus Bride. Also a character we don't really know that much about. Got a little bit of time in the spotlight, but not much happened, so I think we can go on. Really, because I don't think he deserves it either. Ancient Magus Bride is great, but he's not best villain. Okay, final two is Hiro Shishigami from Inuyashiki and Usagi from Juni Taisen. Hiro Shishigami is an interesting pick, definitely, because he's so I don't know, he's almost relatable, but he's just too psychopathic to like, and he fluctuates so much. He's a very interesting character, definitely an interesting pick. And Usagi is the warrior of the rabbit from Juni Taisen, and basically, I don't know if you could call him the villain, because everybody was against everybody. He was just kind of the psychopathic madman who killed people in very, very unfortunate ways, and because he could reanimate their bodies, spoilers by the way, because he could reanimate their bodies and make them fight for him, he got major advantages. But I would not call him a villain, because there wasn't really even a hero. I mean, even the one who won in the end was not really a proper hero. I didn't really like him. So one of these... I think my choice will actually go to Hiro Shishigami. Mainly because he's the most unique villain. Stain, as badass as he is very much a standard shonen villain who fights for a like warped sense of justice. It's been done before, and while it's done really well here, it doesn't really make him a great villain, even though he's a good villain for the show, by all means. But like, all things taken into account, he's not that good. Like I said, Tanya is also, she's the hero of her own show, so calling her a villain is sort of weird. If anything, it would be God from that series who would be the villain. So based just on the fact that it can be disputed whether she actually is a villain, not her. Bondrude and Cartaphilus, both as I mentioned, we don't know enough about them to even actually call anything. They both seem to have their own motivations, which you can't really say anything about it before you know. And like I said, Usagi is just crazy, so you know, can't really call that a villain. So Hiro Shishigami, because he's really interesting as a villain, and it's hard for me to explain. I'm not good at explaining things, but I would definitely recommend watching Inuyashiki. That's the one I think is going to win anyway. That's the one I hope would win anyway. That's my pick. As for who will actually win, I think it's gonna be Stain or Bondrude. who will in the end win. Because here's the thing. Stain is from probably the most popular anime from the year. Spoiler alert, but I think My Hero Academia Season 2 is gonna be anime of the year based just on if it's based just on popular vote. But Made in Abyss has been many anime critics' anime of the year, so it might be contended. But basically because we saw Bondrewd very little, but what it is was horrific, people might call him Villain of the Year. So I think it's gonna be Stain or Bondrewd who actually wins, but my vote still goes for Hero. Well, that's a doozy. Huh. I'm gonna have to do that for every single category. Well, except for a few, because I can't really do best manga and such. On to best hero, and on top is of course our boy Deku. Wouldn't be surprised if he wins, but let's see who the others are. Gin Minowa from Yuki Yuna is a hero. I haven't seen that, so I can't say anything on Gin Minowa, but yeah, she's there. Atsuko Akko Kagari from Little Witch Academia, which I've been intending to watch. I've seen like the first two OVA/movies that they made, but I never got around to watching the actual series. Right here it's really good, but can't really say anything on it. Kukuri from Magical Circle Guru Guru, I haven't watched that. Seems like something I wouldn't be interested in watching actually based on just the image, but I don't know. Shisei Hattori, wouldn't actually call her best hero. I wouldn't call her a hero. She's a main character, but she's not a hero. It's a main character and a hero are two very different things as far as I'm concerned. As proven by our final contestant Nanachi. Nanachi is by no means the Made in Abyss's main character, and she actually comes in rather late in the series. Whether she can be called a hero too, I mean, she helps the main characters, but she's very weird about it. Well, that's more to do with her personality. But honestly, I wouldn't call either Chisei or Nanachi heroes, so while I like both of their characters, I will rule them out of from this for me personally. And because I don't know anything about Gin, Atsuko, or Kukuri, I will exclude them too, so by default, Izuku. Because he's basically the only proper hero. I mean, he's at a Hero Academia. How can he not win? I know that's a thin argument, and because I don't know half of the contestants, I can't really do a proper judgment here. But honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched for him to win either. Because like I said, My Hero Academia definitely in the running for best, if not, or at least most popular anime of the year. And so him being able to get a ton of support for being best hero is very likely. I don't think Chise and Nanachi have a chance to win, and as for the three others that I don't know, who knows. So my vote here, both my prediction and my hope for who wins, is Deku. Best slice of life anime. We're getting a little bit specific here. I didn't watch that many slice of lives this year, I think. And the first anime, which I apparently didn't watch, but which was really good, was Recovery of an MMO Junkie. I didn't watch that. I'm really sorry. I know I probably should have, but I've been busy this year. Didn't watch Tsukigakure either, because I haven't. Sorry. Girls Last Tour I have watched. And to me it kind of symbolizes why things called slice of life are not to my taste, because they can get kind of boring. Even in this setting. This post-apocalyptic, kind of interesting setting got boring for me. It's good, but I wouldn't like binge it, because it gets kind of at some points. Kimono Friends didn't watch that either, because I hear it's a love it or hate it thing, and I don't want to get involved. There's Sakura Quest, which I heard good things about, but ultimately didn't watch, because when it was airing, I did not have time to watch anything like that. And finally, Interviews with Monster Girls, which I didn't watch either, and I heard it was okay. I mean, I'm going on hearsay right now, but I can't be a good judge on this one, because basically the only anime I watched in this category was Girls Last Tour, so that's my pick, I guess? I mean, I'd call myself ineligible to vote in this category to begin with if I was casting a vote, because you know I only know one of the contestants, so can't really pass judgment if I don't know the other five. But this is going to be a category I have very little to do with to begin with, because I'm not much of a music guy. So best score, can't really say anything. Made in Abyss had some grisly music in the background at times, but I don't really remember much of it. Like I said before, I haven't watched Little Witch Academia. I haven't watched Land of Lusters, even though I've heard it's somewhat good, and even probably the best 3D anime ever. Like, much more than, you know, Berserk. The Ancient Magus' Bride. Ooh, I love it. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to choose that. Because a lot of the scores from... I mean, within the show, sometimes the music just comes in and you just go, oh, amazing. It just fits so well with the series. I didn't watch Akka, but I did watch Recreators. However, Recreators' music strength was in the opening and ending themes, not so much in the soundtrack of the show itself. That's my opinion anyway. Recreators is, by the way, one of my picks for anime of the year, but yeah, it probably won't be anime of the year because I think it flew under the radar for a lot of people, and it's a very personal pick for me. I mean, if we were being completely like objective about it, we're talking about popularity and such, Hero Academia or Made in Abyss or something like that would probably take it, but for me personally it's Recreators for various reasons. I might explain that later. As for the score award, again, I think that I wouldn't really be eligible to say anything on this because I don't really pay much attention to the music when I watch the anime unless it like blows up in my ears. But I think I'd go with Ancient Magus Bride on this one, and I think it's a good choice, but because I don't know so much, I can't really make any predictions. Another subject I'm not so much good on is endings. I tend to skip the endings and just move on to something else, or just stop watching or skip to like post-credit scenes or previews or whatever, because they rarely hold my attention. And looking down the list here, I mean, I could look these up by all means, but looking at them, like from Blood Blockade, Battlefront and Beyond, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Land of the Lustra, Recovery of an MMO Junkie, Just Because, and March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2. I mean, all of these, I've watched like half of these, and let's see, I've watched March Comes Like a Lion, Dragon Maid. Yeah, I've watched 2 out of 6 out of these, and I don't remember that. That's it. I just don't remember because I don't really care about the endings, and I know it's a shame, but yeah. So I'll just toss in a blank here. Something I do have a little bit more knowledge about is openings, because you never skip the opening, at least the first time. But again, haven't watched Akka, so I can't say anything about that. And I've seen the opening, but I don't really remember it. All I remember is that people said, "Oh, this is amazing," and I just went sort of, eh? So I'm gonna go with that gut feeling there. The opening of the Ancient Magus' Bride, oof, the music is fantastic, and it gets some stunning visuals like in the middle, but then it just becomes like a clip show of things that will happen in the show, and I don't really like that. I think they could have done more, but the song is fantastic. Shinzo wo Sasage from Attack on Titan Season 2. Yeah, that's a pretty solid one right there. Attack on Titan has never failed to make a good opening, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one win. Actually, I'll call it right now. I think that one will win the award. Although it might get some stiff competition from Peace Sign from they've written wrong. Oh, it should say My Hero Academia, but it says Attack on Titan Season 2 there too. Oopsie! Whoops! But yeah, Peace Sign, that was the... What should I call it? Out of its 3 openings, it's the second one. And that's a good one. Boku no Hero Academia also only has good openings, but compared to Attack on Titan, no. Definitely Attack on Titan going here. Unless they have some really good at the end here. Let's see, the other side of the wall from Princess Principal. Oh, that was actually an amazing opening. I very rarely skipped it. I'm the kind of guy that usually skips that opening, like after the first few times. But with this anime, it was just like, yeah, here comes the opening. I'm just gonna skip that, and the music goes, yeah! And I just said, okay, I'm gonna sit through it again. I'm just gonna sit through it. It's that good. Finally, haven't watched Rakugo, so I can't say anything about it, but I hear it's an effing good anime, even if maybe a little bit dependent on your taste in anime. Don't know if I'm gonna ever watch it, but I've heard it's good, so maybe when if I have time. So predictions? I think Attack on Titan will win a deserved win. Just, is there a question? Can't do best manga, and I won't do best film because I haven't watched enough anime films. Let's move on to best girl. Okay, so we have Atsuko from Little Witch Academia, can't say anything about it. Uraraka Ochako from My Hero Academia, which is, well, a boring choice, I guess I could say. Nothing wrong with her as a character. She's a nice character and she grows quite a bit in the second season, and her background makes her very likable. But best girl, let's see. Moriko Morioka from Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Again, I hear it's a good show, but I haven't watched it, can't say. Serval from Kimono Friends, don't know. It's Tsu-chan from My Hero Academia. Ooh, I'd definitely pick her over Ochako. She's a more balanced character, I feel, and more interesting in many ways, both because of her physical design and because of her personality and her powers. So she's frontrunner so far. Okay, it's done. Hattori Chise, best girl. If anybody of you want to fight me, bring it on. I'm here. She may not be best hero, but damn it, she's best girl. Hattori Chise is such a heartwarming and tragic character, and you learn to love her so much, especially in her relationship with Elias. And she's just amazing. She's my one true waifu. Screw you, fight me. That's my personal pick anyway. As far as the actual chosen one, Ochako? I mean, based on popularity of the show and everything. Like, because the judges are involved this time, maybe we'll see something different, but I still think popular opinion will have a persuasive effect, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ochako takes the crown. But Hattori Chise still takes my crown and my heart. Moving on to the other side of the gender spectrum, we have Best Boy, starting off strong with Shoto Todoroki, or Todoroki Shoto. I prefer saying them in the Japanese order because they say the surname first and then the given name. Anyway, Shoto is definitely a good character, but he's kind of everywhere. He goes through some big character changes in Hero Academia Season 2, so much so that I'm not sure where I can place him. So not that big of a fan. Kiriyama Rei from March Comes In Like a Lion is definitely a good pick because he starts off with such no personality and then ends up slowly getting more resolve, more personality, getting more likable. He's definitely, and in the end, he's just like he becomes a very good person, and one that you like, one that you root for, one that you kind of feel like you can relate to. I mean, you may not play shogi, but his life struggles can be recognized. So definitely a good one there. And there's Kazuma from Konosuba, which is most annoying boy. I never really liked Kazuma. Konosuba Season 1 was good and all, but like the characters were very one-dimensional in a way. They had their roles and they fulfilled them, which might be part of what made it fun in the beginning, and part of what made Season 2 kind of a disappointment, and what makes Kazuma in the end not worthy of this title. And once again we have Deku, and I think he won last year actually, so I just think it would be unfair if he won again. I mean, it's definitely a stellar pick, but you know, let's give someone else the spotlight, shall we? Just because Hero Academia will probably show a season every year or something for a while doesn't mean that Deku should take the crown every single time. No, wait, actually scratch that. Last year was the Yuri on Ice Award, so of course it was the Yuri character from Yuri on Ice who won. That's what. Deku was the runner-up. That was it. I'm sorry for the mix-up. How could I forget that Yuri on Ice freaking won everything it was nominated to? Okay, so then he actually, I think he might get a deserved win. But honestly, it seems like Hero Academia is kind of overrepresented because they had 2 on Best Girl, 2 on Best Boy. They have been on most of the categories. Please don't make this the Hero Aka Awards, please. I'm fine with it winning some awards, but don't let something like last year happen again. The anime community will flip their shit. Here's an interesting pick. Fafnir from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. He's a fun character, definitely, but he's not very developed. Like what I said about Konosuba's characters, Fafnir is in Kobayashi's Dragon Maid very one-dimensional. He has a specific role, he fulfills it, he says, I will kill you, and he becomes an MMO junkie. That's basically it. So he's not much of a character. Even if it's fun, I wouldn't give him Best Boy, but it's definitely fun. And on the bottom we have Yakumo Yurakute from Rakugo Shinju, so I don't know him. But hey, I know 5 out of 6, that's not bad. And out of all of these, my personal favorite would definitely go to Kiriyama Rei. He was a bit of a boring character in his first season, but in the second season he's definitely upped the game. He's become a much more likable character. I choose Kiriyama Rei for Best Boy. As for who I think will win, probably Deku. He was runner-up last year, and Kiriyama didn't even have a place in the awards last year, even though he had a season then too. So I'm just gonna go off that. I mean, again, last year was only popular vote. Because there are judges, maybe things will be different this time. I think Deku is the most likely victor though. Heading over to a genre-specific one again, and this time it's drama, best drama. And we have Rakugo Shinju, which I didn't watch. Again, I'm sorry, I know I said it a lot. March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2. I mean, March Comes In Like a Lion, it is very dramatic. It's really good drama. Like, the personal drama is amazing. And there's Made in Abyss, which I wouldn't really put under drama. I mean, it's dramatic, it's freaky dramatic sometimes. But it's more adventure. I wouldn't put it under drama. But I guess that is a matter of perspective and opinion. Anyway, I do not think that Made in Abyss actually deserves being on this list, but it's very dramatic, I'll give it that. The Ancient Magus' Bride. Would I put... yeah, drama. It's... good anime, but the drama... yeah, it has very dramatic moments. It has moments of like character drama, all that stuff. Yeah, okay, it deserves to be there. But does it have the best drama? I haven't watched Scam Swish or Aka, so I have very few to choose between. March Comes In Like a Lion, Made in Abyss, or The Ancient Magus' Bride. Okay, I'll actually strike out Made in Abyss, because I don't think it deserves to be in the drama category. And honestly, I think that as far as like the character drama goes, and that's what I put into it. Like, I mean, every anime is dramatic in its own way. You can put basically anything under drama. But when I think drama, I think character drama, and March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2 is the best pick. Well, that's probably because I haven't watched Rakugo though. Because as far as I know, Rakugo is basically all about drama. It's drama, as in they tell stories in this weird Japanese way. Again, I haven't watched it. I've only heard about it. So as far as I understand, it's probably the best drama anime. But because I haven't watched it, I would give the award to March Comes In Like a Lion. But if I did watch it, maybe I changed my mind. I don't know. So I'm gonna put March Comes In Like a Lion as personal pick, and Rakugo as the one I think will win based on what I've heard of it. We're now on to Best Continuing Series, and March Comes In Like a Lion, well, that's there. And there's a Gundam series. I've never watched a single Gundam. I have nothing I can say about it. Dragon Ball Super, just stop. I never watched Dragon Ball Z or anything like that, and I just think that if they drag it out more, it's just more that people will have to watch to keep up, and that'll make me just sort of... it's like 700, 800, 900 episodes to watch. I think I'm good. Case Closed. Oh, is Detective Conan? I mean, it looks like Detective Conan. I watched the first dozen episodes at one point, but you know, it's like it's longer than One Piece at this point. I mean, it's always been because they both air weekly, but Detective Conan just is longer. But they call it Case Closed here. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I can't really say anything about that. Then there's All Out by Studio Madhouse, and I haven't watched that. And then finally, Naruto Shippuden, best series to end this year, probably. I'm not saying that in like it was the best series that ended this year. I'm just saying it was very good to have it ending this year. I mean, when they literally made like 20 more episodes after, like, they just had one more chapter left of the manga to animate, it was just like, okay, you're just pulling it out now, and then they're just shoving it all onto Boruto, and now everything's gone there, and I fear I will be stuck for another 700 episodes watching Boruto. But at least it's over, so be happy about that. Because it's the only one I have seen at all, March Comes In Like a Lion gets the prize default by me. I have no other opinions on the matter other than the fact that Naruto Shippuden, happy it's over. I mean, I've watched that too, but it's the only one that I think actually deserves an award. I genuinely put One Piece over Naruto Shippuden. Why was One Piece not? If Naruto Shippuden gets to be here, why not One Piece? One Piece would have deserved it more. March Comes In Like a Lion would have deserved it more still, but One Piece would have deserved it more than Naruto Shippuden. But who gets to be on the list? So One Piece should have gotten to be on the list. And Best Comedy. Here, let's see what we have. We have Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, stellar pick. Mr. Osumatsu Season 2. I've heard of it. I've heard that it's fun, but I'm not sure about it. Little Witch Academia is, of course, here, and I didn't know it was actually comedy. I mean, I knew it had comedic elements, but Konosuba Season 2, which was, as I have stated earlier in the video, a disappointment. I don't think it actually deserves to be... Well, it kind of deserves to be on the list, but it doesn't deserve to win. On the bottom here, I have to choose between Gamers and Tsuruderu Children. Oh, Gamers versus Tsuruderu Children. Oh my gosh. I mean, the only one I cared about up till these two was Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, but now it's gotta be one of these two, and it's so hard to choose. I think Gamers... No, I will not take it. I think Tsuruderu Children will take it, for me, personally at least, because Tsuruderu Children was more fun all of the time, and just had so much variation because there were so many couples. It was just so fun. Gamers, while having all these misunderstandings, was fun for a while. It kind of overstayed its welcome towards the end and ended up kind of blowing it for itself. It's still a fantastic anime in many ways, but I think Tsuruderu Children takes it. Oh my god, hard choices has to be made. Oh my gosh. But personal pick, Tsuruderu Children for best comedy. I wouldn't be surprised if Konosuba or Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid wins, but that's a tale for another time. Ha, tail. Because she has a tail, you know? They have best CGI now? I'm gonna look at it. Land of the Lustrous. Well, I heard that one had really good, probably the best CGI anime. Kado, The Right Answer. Yeah, that was another one. That was good. Recreators goes under CGI. I mean, I know it had CGI elements, but it... Okay, I can see it. And Attack on Titan Season 2. Okay, so so it's not specific to like CGI only anime. But I'm not a good judge of like animation or CGI or anything like that. I'm not good at that. I'm more of a story, characters, that kind of guy. And then there's Knights and Magic and Inuyashiki. Can I just say from the start that Inuyashiki's CGI at times both seemed weird and seemed good. I don't know if it's what counts as like an uncanny valley, but it was definitely weird and it could look so good and so weird at the same time. Knights and Magic I don't know anything about, can't say anything. I've seen clips of Land of the Lustrous and it does look gorgeous. I've also seen clips from Kado, The Right Answer, and it looks okay, I guess. As for the CGI elements in Recreators and Attack on Titan Season 2, well, the CGI they did have in Attack on Titan Season 2 was done fairly well, but it was such a small part of the show, I feel. It kind of feels like it was sort of shoehorned in here to have a 6th nominee, you know? The CGI elements for Recreators was done very well and was often used because, you know, battles with CGI. But honestly, based just on what I've seen and what I think is actually going to win, I think actually the pick's going to go Land of the Lustrous, because I think that has the best CGI. Best looking CGI, probably it's gonna take my pick based on just a little I've seen, and based on what I've heard about it, based on what I know, and I think it's gonna take the whole thing. Now we're over on just straight up normal best animation. I can maybe say a little bit more about that, but Land of Lustrous, again, like best CGI anime here. That's why it's here in general, so it probably deserves best CGI. Hero Academia Season 2 had solid animation, but I wouldn't say like groundbreaking in most elements. Definitely solid. Little Witch Academia has its own style, which I'm not a big fan of that. And honestly, March Comes In Like a Lion is also something that I think you have to get used to. It took a while for me to get used to it. It's definitely good once you get used to it, but again, acquired taste, and that means it's probably not that good. If it doesn't say, wow, this is good, like from the outgoing, no matter what the style is, if you have to get used to it, probably not that good. A Silent Voice, the movie, which I haven't seen, so sorry about that. Can't say anything on the animation because I haven't seen it. And Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, well, again, it's one of those that had solid animation. This is one that comes down to, like, a stylistic choice, it seems. Like, Land of the Lustrous had gorgeous CGI, My Hero Academia Season 2 and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid had very solid animation. Can't say anything about the Silent Voice, but Little Witch Academia and March Comes In Like a Lion Season 2 had very specific stylistic choices. I think March Comes In Like a Lion will take it because it just looks amazing at times, and just the animation definitely helps convey the feeling the show is trying to give you. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Wouldn't be surprised if My Hero Academia actually takes it. But here I'm actually very unsure because animation, not my biggest strength. Almost done now, have to do best action and then it's anime of the year. Okay, My Hero Academia Season 2, obviously. Land of the Lustrous, I haven't seen much of the action scenes, so I wouldn't know again. Maybe I should check it out. Haven't watched Block Blockade or Mobile Suit Gundam of any kind, so I can't say anything. Attack on Titan Season 2 and ooh, Fate Apocrypha. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a very good pick. Fate Apocrypha can be a little bit so-so when it comes to story and characters, but the action is very solid in it. So for me, it's essentially between 3 anime. It's Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Attack on Titan Season 2, and Fate Apocrypha. I think in terms of just the pure action. Yeah, in terms of pure action, I think actually Fate Apocrypha is gonna take it. Make no mistake, Boku no Hero Academia and Attack on Titan are both very solid contenders. They're both very good, but I think a lot of people might say that they have very good action because they care more about the characters and the stakes that are on and like everything. It may be more emotional or whatever you have, but in terms of just the pure action, the fight scenes, the one-on-one or whatever you have it, Fate Apocrypha takes it for me. Though I don't think it's actually gonna win. I'm gonna guess it's either Attack on Titan or Boku no Hero Academia, but you know, I don't know which one it's going to be of those two, so take a pick. Also, as we're just coming out of Best Action, can I just say that I'm kinda happy that there wasn't a Best Fight scene this year, because, you know, last year they didn't pick the freaking right one. I have a previous video about that, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. And now the big one. Anime of the year. Let's see what we have here. March Comes in Like a Lion Season 2, Maiden Abyss, Land of the Lustrous, which I haven't watched so I can't really say anything, sorry. My Hero Academia Season 2, Rakugo Season 2, and Little Witch Academia. There's a very solid Season 2 streak here. Like, March Comes in Like a Lion Season 2, My Hero Academia Season 2, and Rakugo Season 2. 3 Season 2s. That feels kind of unfair. Also, my personal pickup for Anime of the Year, which is Recreators, is not here, which I'm kind of pissed off about, because I like Recreators. So, by default, basically, it's gonna, for me, go to Maiden Abyss, because that is a solid runner-up. Recreators had more of a personal impact on me. I liked it more personally, but I can see that it is personal taste. I will give it to Maiden Abyss in this case, and I actually hope and think it has a very solid chance to win, but I'm miffed that Recreators isn't here. As for a runner-up, I wouldn't be surprised if My Hero Academia Season 2 takes it. I mean, it's between Maiden Abyss and My Hero Academia Season 2. I think Maiden Abyss is gonna take it with Season 2 of My Hero Academia going second, but it could flip, I don't know. Not sure. So yeah, that was all the categories. Voting is going to open on the 22nd of January, which is... I don't have a watch on, but I can still pretend. In a very short time. If not already, depending on when this video is up. I have told you my thoughts, I have told you what I think will win and what I hope will win. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're not. But I'm looking forward to being able to vote for myself and being able to see the results when they come out in February. But like I said, there's a lot of Hero Academia Season 2 nominations here, so if this becomes the Hero Aka Awards, similar to last year's Yuri on Ice Awards, there's gonna be some flipping of shit everywhere on the internet. And I kind of feel lucky that we didn't have an anime like Yuri on Ice, which suddenly gripped all the outsiders to come in and watch because it had 2 gay men kissing. Progress in the gay community, they shouted and touted this as a great anime because of that, even though as an anime I hear it was okay and probably pretty good, but not like so good that it deserved every single award. But because that's the one people have watched, people voted for that and everything. You know what happened, probably. But anyway, if you watched this video and liked it, please leave a comment telling me what you thought would deserve to win. Do you agree with me? Do you think that I am completely wrong? Do you think I'm an ignorant moron for not having watched some of these anime, like Little Witch Academia and other stuff that I don't remember because I haven't watched them, so I don't remember the names of them. Huh? I'm gonna make a video after the awards as well, give my opinions and give my thoughts and see if I was right or not. But until then, remember, I have been Anime Mixer 1, and I approve of this video.